I think this is actually a little bit of an organizational issue with this regime in terms of it's not talking too much or anything. It's just at times I feel like saying things that are just unnecessary. They don't hurt anybody in any way, but they don't benefit anything. For example, John Lynch, last year's draft, still think there was no reason to say that you thought Brandon Ayuk and CeeDee Lamb were far and away the two best receivers in the class. No reason. Brandon Ayuk hadn't played an NFL down. You hadn't even seen Brandon Ayuk in an NFL practice.
You haven't seen Justin Jefferson yet.
Right? I didn't
now you put yourself in a bad position. Yeah.
I didn't see any reason to say something like that. Or them saying, Colton McKivitz was an option for us at left tackle if the Trent thing didn't go through. Why say something like that? See, these are the little things that I think that they do a good job. And I think that John Lynch and Kyle Shanahan and this regime and Jed York has done as good a job for the Niners public perception as any regime maybe ever. Harbaugh obviously did it with winning, but they've done a good job in terms of ingratiating themselves with the media. They had Peter King in for a draft. John Lynch goes on a ton of different podcasts and stuff after the draft, and
he's a media guy
with his time and information. Right? They do an awesome job with it, but I just think there's at times that there's things they say that just you can leave it and it doesn't need to be said. And I think that does go a little bit with Jed York too. For example, like the report before the Super Bowl is even played that both of them are going to get extensions and all of that. Or just in general, Jed York's random Twitter outbursts the last few weeks and months. And it's not again, Jed York can be whoever he wants. He can do whatever he wants. I'm not here to say it's right or wrong or that you're supposed to not do this or you're supposed to do this. My issue with it is that I think that it just creates easy targets in terms of when you reflect on a situation, and that's what the media is there to do. They're not here to tell you right or wrong because their job, they're not getting paid to say right or wrong. Kyle's job is to make the right or wrong decisions. The media's job is to look at Kyle's decisions, reflect on the context, and then give what he should have done right or why he was right. And so I think you just add a little bit of ammo and unnecessary, detail to random things. Like I still think Jed York's Twitter thing before the draft was bizarre. Again, he doesn't. It's not it's not bizarre because the other owners wouldn't do it. Like who cares what the other owners do? Jed York can do whatever he wants. It was just bizarre because essentially he's the CEO of the franchise. The 49ers are valued at what $100 million. So he's of a 9-figure company, right? Or 8-figure company.
No, the Niners are valued over $1 billion.
He's over $1 billion. Yeah. He's the voice of a 9-figure company. Just seemed odd to me personally.
Yeah. David Sir has an interesting point. Just curious to know why Kyle is picking this specific offseason to go this verbal. Yeah, that's the thing. And it's I think there's a bunch of things. I think to me, the fact that he's potentially burned a lot of bridges in the national media could mean that he's trying to control his own narrative. He realizes that a bunch of people tried to paint him into this Mac Jones thing, almost made him look bad. And now he made them look bad. And now they're going to make him look bad. And he needs to go out there and talk and make himself look good. Maybe he's finally doing that.
But my problem with that is that in trying to control the narrative, and he's so picky on what he says in particular spots, he's allowing people like me and Grant and you did the show with Jason to start connecting dots and realize, wait, this presser and what you said in this presser, things aren't adding up. And there's a lot of people who have taken what he said in a literal sense, but they pick and choose to take what he says in a literal sense, depending on what he says. For example, I've seen things on Twitter where he says Jimmy Garoppolo's our guy. Then they don't end up trading for 5 different quarterbacks. And he told us already Jimmy Garoppolo was our guy in March, blah, blah, blah. Then now he says, I was really interested in Matthew Stafford. I really wanted him, going back and studying him and all of that. But, he was just saying that to boost up Stafford for Sean McVay and all of that. And he's playing 3D chess with his opponents by boosting
up. What the hell
Stafford's
is 3D chess? Never seen more illusion, something I've never understood. But anyway, doesn't matter.
I've always thought it was like the chess in Harry Potter, with the actual pieces. But then chess is technically in 3D.
It really is already in 3D. That's the problem I'm having with chess. Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, why is he being this verbal? Maybe he just, I don't know. You know what I think I noticed? I went on the night. I'm starting to learn about Instagram because I get thumbnails for my YouTube videos, and I've worn out Google search this USA Today thing, and I've found Instagram. And there's a whole new world of pictures out there. I went to the Niners Instagram page. You cannot find a picture of Kyle Shanahan on that sucker. You got pictures of Jimmy, pictures of Lance, pictures of everyone. I can't find Kyle. I think it's kind of interesting, man. I just wonder if Jed's a little like, hey, man, I'm a little sick of your excuses. I need you to win this year. I like you, but maybe I'm reading into things, but I didn't see him at all. And because for so long he was basically the de facto face of the franchise. Now it's like, man, we just call us when you got a winning record.
I do have a question then for you.
Yes.
Is there any other coach on the other team's Instagram pages? I'm assuming McVay and Kingsbury are both on their Instagram pages.
I would think so. I don't know. I don't have anything to compare it to. I just assumed, I was like, okay, I need to get a picture of Kyle. Let's go to the Niners Instagram page. I bet I'll find one. And I'm like, page down. Like, dude, like going back into the season, I can't find any. So I don't know. Maybe that's an oversight. I'm sure it's someone low down, but if they wanted pictures of Kyle on their Instagram, there would be pictures of Kyle on their Instagram.